Hello and welcome back to another episode of Prehistoric Presents. We'll be looking at an odd theropod today, hailing from what is now Spain around 130 million years ago. The humpback hunter from Cuenca, Conrad the Concavenator corcovatus, reinforcing its family name, the Carcharodontosaurus, or the shark-toothed reptiles, because this animal had a fin-like structure on its back. Conrad here was a medium-sized predatory dinosaur, around 6 meters long. As mentioned earlier, it is a part of a group of predatory dinosaurs called the Carcharodontosauridae, a group of dinosaurs that produce very large multi-ton theropods like the family namesake Carcharodontosaurus and the gigantic Giganotosaurus. When its discovery was first announced in 2010, it gained a bit of fame for two reasons: the tall neural spines above its hips, and the strange bumps on its forelimbs that experts at the time believed were quill knobs. Quill knobs are found in birds and other feathered dinosaurs that served as attachment points to stabilize secondary feathers. This find was significant since this animal was not a close relative of birds, unlike the more derived theropods such as the dromaeosaurs or raptor dinosaurs. If this animal was feathered, that would mean that the filaments were much more basal than what was believed at the time. The idea of basal filaments has been strengthened by the preserved integument of Kulindadromeus, which is an ornithischian, one of the two major groups of dinosaurs that contain the hadrosaurs, xyriophorans, and marginocephalians, or the bird-hipped dinosaurs. The other being Saurischia, which contain the sauropods and theropods, or the lizard-hipped dinosaurs. But ironically enough, Saurischia contains all birds, while Ornithischian contains no birds at all, so yeah, that's phylogeny for you. However, many paleontologists like Dr. Darren Nish believe the markings on Concavenator's arms weren't quill knobs, but instead represented muscle attachments or some other feature. In short, while quill knobs would be beneficial, perhaps in being used to anchor display structures, I think the arguments against them are sound, and I've opted against them in my reconstruction of the animal. Speaking of which, let's move on to the figure. First off, the color. It's based on this artwork by Mario Lanzas. However, they do look a bit more faded and unsaturated compared to the reference, but the pose does look cute, and its tiny size compared to my hand amplifies that fact. There are still some issues here and there. The extremely large scales, some much needed detail work in a few key areas. The most notable issue for me might be the eyes. Fortunately, they're binocular, meaning they can see in front of them, but their right eye is a bit bigger than the left, which does annoy me a bit. Then again, it is my fault for the sculpt, so yes, some minor problems here and there, but overall a decent and rather cute figure. And here is Conrad's base, an arid environment with white rocks and a dead tree where Conrad is sitting under. Finally, here is Conrad with the rest of the family. Out of all of them, he looks the most adorable in my opinion, and he works well with the rest of them. And if you've noticed, I've given Charmer the Chasmosaurus, the first figure I made an episode of Prehistoric Presents of, a new paint job. And that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any thoughts on it or the figure, feel free to comment them down below. Again, thank you for every little support you people give to this channel. I am grateful for each and every one of it. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.